This is my
For the women who feel dismissed by doctors post-menopause.
Most of us, we know our bodies. We know when something's different.
A local event to educate patients and providers on the importance of seasoned women's health. Tuesday on WAVY News 10 at 6.
An oil change can run you $70, $80, even $100. But when you buy a used car at Priority, the oil changes cost you nothing. That's Priorities for life. That's how Priority saves you more.
Taking the scenic route. I know this looks like a summer blockbuster, but this is a Nissan sales event tag. With 5 drive modes, this Nissan Rogue gives the performance of a lifetime. Now comes the real star of the show.
Now get a low $375 per month lease or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select road trims.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
I'm Hugh McCormick of PWHD. I've been representing mesothelioma victims for over 20 years. I grew up in Newport News. I've seen the pain and suffering family members go through when their loved one's been diagnosed with and dies of mesothelioma. With PWHD, you get the respect, experience, and winning record of lawyers who care. PWHD, local lawyers with a national reputation.
You've reached the Auto Connection, the car buyer's best friend.
Yeah, hi. I need a new car. I'd like to apply for financing.
I can help you with that.
The thing is, my credit's not great. I've been turned down all over town. You know, I really don't want to drive all the way out there.
You're approved!
Wow, that was fast.
At the Auto Connection, you can get approved right now and choose from a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all with a 2-year warranty and a 48-hour no-hassle return policy. Call now or go to theautoconnection.com for instant approval, regardless of your credit history.
Of all the places to buy a new mattress, why choose Rooms to Go? That's easy. The same reasons millions of you trust us for your furniture. Our amazing selection, affordable prices, and a helpful sales team that will find you the perfect mattress at the perfect low sale price. From top brands like Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, and Kingsdown, to mattress-in-a-box brands like Nectar, Purple, and Casper. Sleep well and save on a new mattress during the Rooms to Go store-wide mattress sale.
Who has more new cars in stock than any other dealer? Priority Automotive. Who gives you lifetime oil changes? Priority Automotive. Who guarantees your engine for life? Priority Automotive. Why buy anywhere else? At Priority, you can have it all.
If you can't, we can. Michael and Son.
Now from the station on your side, you're watching WAVY News 10.
Terrible. It's horrible to be on vacation and think that you might not, that you didn't live. It's awful.
It's mean.
It's mean.
Yes, you're mean to us.
It's mean to us. It is.
Plus, a survivor story. 5 years ago, we introduced you to a little boy fighting cancer. Tonight, our Michelle Wolf shares the little fighter's story and how his family pays it forward. Then, cruise concerns. Vacationers can soon head to Yorktown in an all-new way. It's a story 10 on your side, first reported. And new tonight, our Lauren Moss explains why some people are not happy. Well, good Monday night, and thanks for joining us. Welcome to a brand new look for an old favorite. I'm Maria Elena Baloris. Tom will be back later this week. Tonight's big story is the weather. We begin with a live look over the Virginia Beach oceanfront tonight. It has been a steamy, sticky start to the week across the area. Rain may have impacted your drive home. But tonight, Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson is tracking storms for tomorrow. Jeff?
Yeah, maybe some heavy rain developing tomorrow across our area, too. We had some showers and storms across parts of the region earlier today, but as we look to Super Doppler 10, we're looking a lot better. Now, of course, the WAVY weather app is going to be the thing that you'll want to have tomorrow to keep you informed on what's going on with these storms. But let's take a look at what's going on right now. We're okay right now. Here's a look at our feeder track going into the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. 7:30 a.m. Not a problem tomorrow morning. We should be dry tomorrow as we start the day. A lot of sunshine tomorrow. This is at noon. But it all starts to develop into the afternoon hours for tomorrow. That's when we see the thunderstorms that begin to develop, and also some thunderstorms that are slow movers. Slow moving storms aren't good because they can drop a lot of rainfall in a small area. So at 3 o'clock tomorrow, we start to see the thunderstorms developing generally in the region, near Richmond, near Charlotte, Raleigh, and also into our area. By 6 o'clock tomorrow, look how much more rain has developed in the Hampton Road cities, into southeastern Virginia, and also into North Carolina. You see those slow-moving storms that go right over your area. So there could be some spots that see 2 or even 3 inches of rain from these slow-moving storms coming up tomorrow. Also, by the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but it's still going to stay humid tonight and tomorrow. It's still going to be really hot with that heat index near 105 degrees coming up tomorrow. So the first half of the day until 1 o'clock, we're totally dry. We start to see the storms develop around 3 o'clock. 5 o'clock, we see some of those showers and storms. 7 o'clock as well. But after all of this moves out by Wednesday, we start to see a cool down. So we'll show you that 7-day, the cooler weather on the way for the end of the week and the weekend, and a drop of humidity all coming. We'll have that in just a bit. Lena?
Jeff, thank you. Don't forget to have the free WAVY weather app on your phone. For the latest from Super Doppler 10, scan the QR code on your screen. Make sure you have the alerts turned on for any watches or warnings. We are learning all new tonight. A Chesapeake man was arraigned this morning on 19 charges, including aggravated sexual battery and indecent acts by a child custodian. Robert E. Brewer is suspected of raping and impregnating 2 minors. According to court paperwork, police took him into custody on August 11th. A magistrate denied his bail that same day, citing the nature and the count of the charges. He has a preliminary hearing set for December 5th. Meanwhile, in Norfolk, a husband and wife accused in a deadly attack faced a judge today. 50-year-old James Lynch and his wife, 43-year-old Christy Lynch, were charged with second-degree murder. It happened Friday on Mariner's Way in Ocean View. Officers found 45-year-old Jose Moreno dead inside of an apartment. The couple is currently held at the Norfolk City Jail without bond. The incident remains under investigation, so look for updates on air and on WAVY.com. Turning to a follow-up from the Outer Banks as we learn the names of those who lost their lives in last Friday's deadly house fire. The youngest victim, just 13 years old. This was the scene early that morning in Kill Devil Hills. A city spokesperson tells us it was a married couple and a teenager who died. 68-year-old William Deege, 64-year-old Colleen Cohen, and 13-year-old Sienna Farr are all from Maryland. Sienna's mother, Laura, and older sister, Sadie, were both hurt. Laura's boyfriend, David, was also burned. Tonight, Laura and David are in the burn unit at Sentara Norfolk General Hospital. Back here in Virginia, the search is on for what sparked a fire that burned 3 homes in Norfolk. Crews were called to Granby Street just after 5 a.m. It's not far from the Ocean View Golf Club. It took firefighters a little less than 90 minutes to get the flames under control. Neighbor Karen Petrie has lived in the area for more than 2 decades. She tells us she loves her neighbors. While they lost it all, Karen says she knows the community will stand behind them.
Like family neighbors, both sides and these people, very good neighbors, excellent. They had a ton of people helping them with what they could rescue out of the fire and what needed to be thrown away and what needed to be put into a pod for storage. There was all kinds of people helping when their house was on fire first.
Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Fire officials say one of the homes was struck by lightning last week, but the cause of this fire remains under investigation. Continuing coverage now on a story our team first brought you 5 years ago. Tonight, a Virginia Beach family is using their experience fighting pediatric cancer, all in an effort to help other families in Hampton Roads. 10 on your side's Michelle Wolf joins us with the little survivor's story and how his parents are giving back. Michelle?
Lena, we first met David Johnson in 2018. David, who was then 2 years old and in treatment for neuroblastoma, threw the first pitch at a Norfolk Tides game. 5 years later, he's cancer-free and helping other children like him.
King David, you gonna beat cancer's butt?
Yeah.
How you gonna do it?
Not to bit my muscle.
8-year-old David Johnson remembers little about his fight with pediatric cancer.
Throughout his treatment, he would wear that Superman costume, and he would take that IV pole and run up and down the hallways.
He was just 18 months old at the time.
David was diagnosed with neuroblastoma April 3rd, 2017.
David's mom, Christy Johnson, will never forget his time in the hospital, publishing her private journal into a book called Fighting for King David as a way to cope.
There were days where I had to choose whether I wanted to eat or pay for the medication for my child. Making that choice made me realize that I didn't want another parent to go through that too as well.
5 years later, and David is cancer-free.
He is in school. He's playing football now, flag football.
Johnson's grateful and has since started her own nonprofit called Mom Advocate Foundation.
Our goal is to empower and spread awareness about childhood cancer, but also provide knowledge and resources for those families that are in need.
The organization is hosting its first gala on September 9th, raising money to provide meals and gas cards to families driving to and from cancer treatment. Former Cincinnati Bengals defensive end Devin Still, whose daughter Leah was also diagnosed with neuroblastoma and is now cancer-free, will be the keynote speaker.
There's hope. The fight is not easy, but I will tell you, take it a moment at a time and do not try to take it day by day. Day by day, it's just way overwhelming. But if you take it one step, one moment at a time, you will get through it. That's the only thing that I can do. There's nothing else that I can do to take the pain away except for help assist them along the way.
We have more information about the Mom Advocate Foundation and Gala on WAVY.com. In the new studio, Michelle Wolf, 10 on your side.
Michelle, thank you. We have new information tonight as Senator Tim Kaine continues his trip here in Hampton Roads. He joined Congressman Bobby Scott in Chesapeake this afternoon. The duo delivered $1 million to Chesapeake Regional Medical Center. It'll support mental health services. The hospital says Chesapeake doesn't have an inpatient behavioral health unit. These funds will help establish a 20-bed facility. Tonight, we are one step closer to vacationers cruising into Yorktown, but not everybody is on board with the idea. 10 on your side first told you back in February, Princess Cruises is adding Yorktown to its 2024 itinerary. There was a meeting earlier today on what this could mean. 10 on your side's Lauren Moss has more on this historic port of call.
To sail to Yorktown as part of our itineraries on 3 different occasions.
That's the plan for Princess Cruises coming into 2024, even hoping for more trips into 2025 to this historic area, Yorktown.
You've got an amazing story here to tell, and we want to share that story with others in the world.
The Island Princess and the Emerald Princess, 2 of the smaller cruise ships in the fleet, will essentially anchor down far off the shore. Then 4 boats will bring guests to the historic town.
Insert guests directly to the commerce engine, which is the tourism that you love. And then we take them away. No cars, no parking lots, no crowding.
But not everyone is on board.
We are a small village. Our streets are all tiny. We don't have the infrastructure.
About a dozen people who live in Yorktown's villages stood outside with signs and shirts. Andrea Brock says the group has concerns. She says there hasn't been much shared with the locals, and they worry about the environment and possible harm to the shipwreck sites.
We don't need more particulate matter thrown up into our air. We don't need any more deposits in our waters.
And she questions how much business is actually being pumped into Yorktown, with shore excursions to Williamsburg and Jamestown already lined up.
It seems like there's not a whole lot in this for the village, the little village, and maybe not for York County, most of the business sounds like it'll be out of Norfolk, Williamsburg, Jamestown.
Princess Cruise touched on some of the concerns in the meeting. The cruise line says they have the most sustainable engineering machine that exists and has no intentions to disrupt historical artifacts.
The success of this business is a healthy ocean.
With only a few months left in the year, Princess Cruises is putting the final touches together to make Yorktown a great destination to visit. Brock says the plan is wrong on so many levels and says there are other ways to share the town's history. In Yorktown, I'm Lauren Moss, 10 on your side.
Turning now to our weather. After a stormy evening, everything appears to be all quiet in our area now. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson is here. It was a little heavy rain earlier, Jeff.
Yeah, we had some downpours in a few spots. We had that tornado warning in Tangier Island earlier today. No reports of a tornado from that, but we did get a wind gust to around 51 miles an hour from that. Now, when we look to Super Doppler 10, it's quiet out there. You can see the radar scanning and sweeping around, not picking up any additional showers or thunderstorms for tonight. So we're looking good. Now, to our west into Tennessee tonight and starting to move into parts of Virginia tonight, there are some tornado warnings in some areas with severe weather near Knoxville. So they're seeing the big storms out there. That's not going to survive and move in here by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. We're totally clear tonight as you're going to bed, so we won't see any middle of the night thunderstorms. But tomorrow, we're looking forward to this line and this area that's created this line of rain to be into our region. It's part of this area of low pressure, part of this cold front. That front is creating lift. You can see how there are some watches into parts of Virginia. Again, not for us. We're in the clear for tonight. But tomorrow, we do have a chance to see some strong to severe storms. That front sets up near Richmond tomorrow. So anywhere out ahead of it, including all of us in Hampton Roads and into northeast North Carolina, Outer Banks, we're going to see that extra chance for that lift or stronger storms into tomorrow. Strong wind gusts, could see that. Tomorrow for heavy rainfall and flooding, could also see that. That's look to be more scattered to widespread. A lot of thunder and lightning. Not really expecting a great chance for tornadoes tomorrow, but we're going to have to watch out. There's always a chance for that when we have opportunities for severe weather. 96 was the high temperature today. The average high is 87. Look at that, only 2 degrees shy of the record high set back in 1918. Had about a ½ inch of rain today in spots where we had the rain come down. Some of you may have seen higher totals if that storm was over your neighborhood or over your location a little bit longer than others. Our dew points are still really high. The air is super humid. It's like being in the tropical rainforest right now. We'll see the dew point drop as we go towards the weekend with dew points in the low 60s. So there is some improvement on the way, but we're not there yet. We have this chance for rain tomorrow, and it could be really heavy. So let's time this out. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we're dry. We're looking at clear skies as we start the day. Tomorrow into the afternoon, here come the thunderstorms. So you'll probably notice throughout the day, after lunch tomorrow, those cumulus clouds that are out there, they'll get really tall, really puffy and large. The taller they get, the higher the chance to have rain developing inside of them, and that'll happen around 3 o'clock tomorrow. We'll start to see some scattered showers and storms. Here's 5 o'clock. A couple of storms near Yorktown, a couple of storms near Gloucester Point. Franklin, you're seeing some of that rain. Into Ahoskie as well, you're starting to see some of that rain. So you can see how we have some showers moving into the area. By 6:30 tomorrow, scattered showers and storms around Elizabeth City, Chesapeake, and also into Virginia Beach. We see those showers and storms sit over the same areas from 6 o'clock to now at 8 o'clock. Look at how this rain is coming down, and it stays in the same area. So we could see some flash flooding with the storms tomorrow late afternoon and into the evening across our area. And guess what? There's more chances for rain coming up on Wednesday in the afternoon, mainly in North Carolina, but there could be some more showers developing Wednesday too. That front sits right on top of us. Here's a look at the rainfall accumulation as we go for Tuesday and Wednesday. Look at how high these numbers are. More than 3 inches for Elizabeth City and Ahoskie, close to 2 inches in Virginia Beach. But wherever that zone sets up is where we're going to see the highest total. So this zone could set up right up over Newport News or Norfolk, for example, and we may miss out on some of that rainfall into Elizabeth City. So we're going to have to watch that really closely to see how this rain sets up for tomorrow. Here's your high temperatures tomorrow. It's going to be hot. Highs will be in the mid-90s. We'll have temperatures in the mid-80s by the weekend with less humidity and sunny skies.
That weekend will be great, Jeff. Thank you. Coming up, all that jazz. A big music fest is happening this weekend in downtown Norfolk. Find out when you can go.
From the station on your side, you're watching WAVY News 10 at 11.